Hi guys, welcome to the channel. It's Chrissy. So I promised you guys a geeky video coming up, and I finally got my package to do it in. So I'm gonna do it as a reveal video. This is gonna be kind of like a nostalgic type thing. A couple weeks ago I was in GameStop with my son, and we were looking at an older console, specifically PlayStation 1. So we finally had the money, we ordered it, and now here we're going to open it. I'm going to put the camera down like that while I do this. It doesn't want to stay up. Okay. So, you guys can see GameStop. It was supposed to be 2-day shipping. It ended up being 4 business days, which I'm not super happy about, but it's here. Yay. So, I got my knife, I got the package, and here we go. So, this is the PlayStation 1 bundle from GameStop. It's a used console, and everything's used, but it has a warranty on it, so if anything is wrong with it, I can take it to the nearest location and get it replaced, yada yada, all that nonsense. So, I really like the bundles, and people who know me know I like the bundles, because the bundles always are a good deal. So it came with Crash Bandicoot, yay! And the original Spyro the Dragon, yay! I love Spyro. So much love for Spyro. It also came with one of their memory cards that's pre-owned, that's been wiped and taken care of. The receipt, obviously. A bunch of bubble wrap, and the console. You know, it just fascinates me because Sony, their consoles have never really changed sizes. The Slims were, of course, thinner, but in general speaking, the consoles always had the same generic rectangle shape. They had different ways of opening, of course, like this one opens from up. But, they were always about the same general inches up and down and across. I loved it. So, controller, yay! And the hookups. So, now we're going to put everything back in the box and go hook it up. And to do that, I'm actually going to pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm in my little area and I'm going to set up the PlayStation again now. And to do this, I actually think I'm going to unplug my Wii to set up the cords just to for testing purposes and for space issues, because I'm actually going to set it up eventually so I can run both the Wii and the PlayStation, be able to switch just by pushing input on my remote and turning the console on. So, I'm gonna undo the cord wrappings because cord wrappings, and I'm gonna plug that in because, you know, gotta have that power. And plug this in. And of course I'm gonna redo that later for all you people who, you know, obsess about cords. And generally I do too, so I mean, I'm constantly redoing my cords because I don't like the way they're set up. Anyway. So, here's this. going to put that in place, and I just have a generic TV from Walmart, the little $70, $80 ones. It works well for my purposes because I really just use it for gaming, and I'm pretty much sitting right here, so it works well for my purposes. It may not work as well for another person though. This one, the only reason it takes this long is the little spot for the cords is in a weird placement, but it takes me a couple minutes to do it. Now I'm gonna turn the TV on, or not, because for some reason my cord came loose.
You didn't miss a lunch, did you?
No, Galleon. Hold on. I gotta just check one thing quick. Because sometimes things come loose, and we have to check them. I'm not actually sure why that happened. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Or not. Well, it's interesting. Hold on. Okay, we got it all figured out now. So I'm gonna turn my TV on, and while that's getting set up, I'm going to unplug this, or not unplug it, but unwrap it, and we're gonna do that.
Is that's how you turn it on?
Yes, Kelly. We're going to take the memory card because we can. We're gonna put it in.
You mean when we play that Bible?
Yes, Kelly.
I get to turn it on for you?
Yeah. When it comes time. Right now I'm doing a quick video. Okay.
Sometimes you want me to do this one you know what?
Okay, so we're still kind of waiting. It's being kind of slow. Okay, so we've got the TV on and the console's all hooked up. We're gonna test Spyro and the memory card quick. So we got the Spyro disc. Actually the disc looks really good. No scratches or anything. Really good shape. So we're gonna pop it into the console and start it up.
You mean we will put the whole game?
No, I'm just gonna test it. So far so good. I've got the PlayStation logo up. Everything seems to be pretty good. Graphics are pretty good for what you expect. I'm just going to show you guys how big the monitor is. It's just that big. It's loading well. Everything looks good so far. So we're just going to check the memory card because it's going to... Okay, we're good to go. So Spyro works. Yay! And we're going to take Spyro out, and we're going to put in Crash Bandicoot just to test it quick, just like I did with Spyro. Also, I did check the memory card quick. It has been completely wiped, which is awesome. So here is the Crash Bandicoot. And this is the first one, which I really, or no, this is warped, so my bad. But it's still one of the originals, and I actually enjoyed this game when I played it before, so we're gonna load it up and check it out. And once again, I got the Sony Computer Entertainment logo just fine. The PlayStation logo just fine, which I love. So we will see. So the reason, yep, loading just fine. So the reason why why I chose to get such an old system, I was actually just a little kid myself when I started playing on the original PlayStation. And I loved it. I used to have a lot of games, and so I really always enjoyed it. And it's really the nostalgia factor. Me and my boyfriend get into this argument all the time because he's really big on Microsoft. I'm really big on Sony. And so he gets into the argument of it's just the nostalgia factor, and it really is, and I agree with him there. It is the nostalgia factor for me. I grew up playing PlayStation. For a while as a kid, I had access to a Super Nintendo and a Sega, Atari Genesis, stuff like that. So I would like to have those consoles again, and I'm working on it. So it's one of those things where, yes, the newer consoles might be nicer and have more access and co-op options, but I've never really been a co-op player, so that's where I run into that issue. I've never really liked to play with other people. I'm very much a loner, so having the older consoles, where it was 1 or 2 players, that's a really awesome thing for me. And then add the fact that I've always enjoyed having the consoles that I've had, so I wanted to go back and start collecting them up again. Mostly because I'll play them. I'll go back and play them. My son actually enjoys playing Spyro, so he'll play them with me. And it's just one of those things where I would rather hold this than a giant Microsoft controller, because those things are just like, they fill my hands. I have tiny hands, so it's like, But anyway, that's all for this video. I just kind of wanted to do a quick reveal video and call it good. I'm glad that I got it finally, because I was actually starting to get concerned about it. I actually called GameStop at the corporate level because I wasn't getting answers from the store on why it hadn't shipped out yet. But that's it for now, and I will be putting on another video later this week, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.